Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Strong stance, hello. We are here for our last and final workout for Sweaty and Spooky. We titled this one the Wicked Workout, so hopefully that doesn't scare anybody too much. We do have a lot of equipment in this one, but you can get by without them. So hip circle or any mini band you have, dumbbells, a med ball, skill sliders, and a mat. So if you have skill sliders, that's great. Otherwise, you can always use a towel or whatever you have available. We're going to get started with our usual warm-up. We have 3 big sets and 2 small sets in between, breaking them up. But you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get sweaty. Toss your band on, guys. All right, so we are going on that forward walk here. Remember, it's 10 steps forward, and we're going 10 steps back. We tried to get a little festive for you guys today. Get in our Halloween spirit as Annie's a cat, Jane's a wicked witch for the wicked workout, and I am a devil. So down on your back for dead bugs. Make sure if you're not certain on how these are done, you're watching Jane and Annie. I'll be doing a modification. All right, we're flipping over for swimmers. Superman, sorry. If you guys are at all curious about why I'm still doing modifications, I got myself into the physical therapist this week, and I have just a not happy body resulting from pregnancy. So I've got a feeling of my, like a torn muscle or a strained muscle in my abdomen. And it's just because everything's not sitting in the right place. My whole rib cage on my right side's all out of whack. So my ability to do core is next to nothing. So make sure you guys are paying close attention to the exercises Jane and Annie do. So remember, it's always 2 rounds of our warm up here. Whoopsies, there's my headband. Going back down to that floor. Same dead bugs here, guys. Remember, we've got 10 aside on your dead bugs if you're counting at home. Remember to keep that core nice and tight. Push that low back braced into the ground. Push your rib cage down into the ground. You want to feel all the work in your abdominals.
Yep.
Flipping over for your Supermans. Remember to really squeeze those glutes as you lift up. Reach your hands nice and long in front of you. Pinch your shoulder blades as you lift those arms up off the ground. Remember, this exercise is not about height, but muscle engagement. All right. Here we go into our fantastic workout, guys. So this whole series has our band on. So go ahead and slip your band back on. We're starting with a glute bridge. We're going to plank hip extensions. We're doing a squat with a hip extension, and we're finishing off with wall sit pull aparts. So down to our back for glute bridges here. Rep count on everything is 20, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for us. And let's go. Remember to really ground yourself through your feet, right down through your midfoot, back to your heel. Be conscious of driving into that band the whole time while being sure that your big toe is staying flat on the ground. We don't want to rock out onto the outside of our shoes here in order to drive out into that band. We really want to put the workload into the external rotators of our hips, our glute muscles, letting them do all of the work on this exercise. Good. All right. You've got a plank with hip extension next. So given my condition, I will not be doing these. So remember that this is a simple lift of the leg. The objective here is to really brace from your core. Make sure you keep your pelvis steady. Do not worry about how high your leg goes. You want to make sure there's no extension in your low back. There's no excessive movement anywhere. It's 20 total or 10 aside. I'm just doing a lovely modified plank, which is fantastically difficult for me. 20? Yeah. Although I'm sure nowhere near as difficult as what you guys just did. So squat to hip extension. So you're taking that same movement pattern, but we're gonna put a squat in the front versus a plank, still extending those legs back towards the back. If you're having trouble with your balance or producing that movement against your band, grab a wall to brace against. All right, here we go. We're gonna alternate legs. It'll be 20 total. Remember that you're not just throwing your leg back, but you're trying to engage your glutes and push your hip into extension into that band. So you want to avoid leaning forward. You want to avoid arching in your back, just like you would on a plank. Your hands, do whatever feels comfortable. Clearly, Jane and I like holding our hands. I just did the same leg. Annie prefers hands on the hips. Really, that's up to you. So again, I can't say it enough. The height of your leg does not matter. Make sure before you lift that leg up, one more, you squeeze your glute. Okay, so wall sit, guys. Back up right over to your wall. We're gonna go down into that nice 90-degree wall sit, and you're driving out into that band 20 times. Lots of control here. You wanna make sure that that weight is staying distributed back in your heels and that you are not leaning forward into your toes as you do these. Really wanna try to turn on our glutes more because we haven't turned them on enough yet. This is the end of this round. We're gonna 30-second break or so here. We're back down for glute bridges. So this set is gonna crush your legs, specifically your glutes. So work your way back down to the floor. I know it can be a little awkward in your band, but same flat on the ground. If it was easy that round, guys, feel free to add a weight to your hips. If you don't have a weight, but you wanna make it hard, you can always go single leg and do 10 a leg. Woof. So let's get started here. 20 reps. Remember to push through your heels, keep your core tight, keep your head and shoulders flat on the ground. Hands can be out to the sides at 45, gives you a little bit of balance. You can rest them on your hips if you would like, for a little bit of proprioception on am I pushing through from my hips versus reaching into extension in my low back. I guess less proprioception as awareness, personal awareness for what you're doing. And 20, good. So we're going over to that plank, working through 20 hip extensions. Whenever you guys are ready, 20 total. I'm gonna work through them in a unplank position. Using that ground to limit my ability to arch here. Again, the big thing anytime we're working in this band into a hip extension position is to squeeze your glute before you try to make that movement. Don't try and throw your leg and then wonder why your glute's not working, because it never will. All right, standing up, squat to hip extension. Here we go, 20 of these guys, alternating legs. If your glutes are not on fire, perhaps you're not using them. So if your neighborhood is doing trick-or-treating, hopefully you get to see some cute trick-or-treaters this weekend. My neighborhood is, with some guidelines of how to give out candy, encouraging people to not let children reach into buckets. Freddie, little 3-month-old Freddie, is gonna be a bat. It's gonna be adorable. I don't know why your hats stay on and mine didn't. So jealous. Back to your wall, guys. It's your last round here. We're getting down into our wall sit. 90 degrees, pulling apart into that band. Remember, stay heavy in your heels. Brace your core into the wall. Keep your shoulders back. Extra challenge, keep your head back against that wall also. Remember that it's your last set. We got to take this band off, give those glutes a little bit of a break. We're almost there. Get a little heart rate going next. And break. All right. Take that band off, guys. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to grab your sliders or your towel or however you move your setup around for the use of skills or whatever slider you guys have. We're going to start with a squat to a squat jump. Now, I won't be jumping. If you do not want to jump, you can follow along with me. If you are jumping, watch Annie and Jane. And skills sliders, watch Annie and Jane, as I will not be doing those either. So 10 squat to squat jumps, count the jump portion, and then it's 20 mountain climbers, counting every knee. So we're going to go through 2 rounds, no rest, super fast, get our heart rate up. Ready? Here we go. Squat all the way up and then jump. Squat all the way up. Make sure you come through your toes, extending all the way from your ankles and your knees. So if you notice, I am just not leaving the ground, trying to still produce an explosive movement as I come up in the air. Oh,
I might have been off.
who was right? Mountain climbers, guys. 20 of them total. Each leg counts as 1. I'm just going to do some beautiful single leg balance while I wait for these 2. Right away, no rest, guys. Back into squat to squat jump. Awesome, says Annie. So we got these headphones in last week. We're doing it again this week. Might lose some headbands here. So remember, even if you're at home, move at your pace. You can always just work for the duration we're working. The live workout, you can't really pause us. Right back onto those skill sliders, guys. Yeah, legs should have a good little burn going, doing those back to back with that glute set with our band. Remember, on these mountain climbers, you're keeping your core nice and tight, trying to get minimal movement. And break. Okay, so we got 30 seconds to a minute here. Obviously, I'm not out of breath, but these 2 are. So I'm going to listen to their breathing and talk to you guys about our next set. So this is a little bit more upper body focused or entirely upper body focused. You're going to want your dumbbells. We're going to do a reverse fly, bent over, trying to drop our chest nice and parallel with the ground, flying open, nice, strong, tight core. Then we're going to grab our med ball and do an overhead med ball slam. Then we're going to go down to the floor and work a chest fly. So the same movement, as a reverse fly, but we'll be flat on our back. So the load will actually go on the anterior or the front of our body. Then we're going to grab that same med ball, stand up, and chest pass to the floor. This set, everything's in 15. So again, hopefully a little bit easier for you to remember. We're going to go through it 2 times. So grab those weights. We'll be using 5s or 10s, depending on the person. So standard reverse fly, guys. Remember, drop that chest all the way parallel with the floor. Pinch your shoulder blades, keeping a soft bend in your elbows as we fly open. So this is not about speed. This is about control. So we're keeping a nice, comfortable tempo here. 15 total. Really focusing on posterior shoulders. If your heart rate is still up, try and slow it with some good practice breathing here. And inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down.
15.
Excellent work. Grab your med ball. 15 slams. The number 1 request is that you bring that ball all the way overhead every time and get a nice full extension each time. All right, 15 of them.
Oh gosh.
Costume malfunction. Good work. All right, we're going down to the ground. We've got our chest fly.
Heart rate still up.
Yeah, I know how you guys feel at home because I can hear them. All right, guys, slight bend in those elbows as you do this chest fly. Work out towards the ground. There's no need to touch the ground with your weight. Think about working towards your elbows to the ground versus your wrists. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight, bracing into that ground. Got your knees bent, putting your heels right by your butt. Squeeze your glute. Get that total body tension going here. Keep your chin tucked down towards your neck and your chest. So you're not moving at all, wobbling left to right as you perform these reps. 2 more, guys, 2 more. Oh, yeah. All right, standing up, you've got your chest pass at the ground. So stay hinged over like we do on that reverse fly. Keep your hands right in front of you. 15 chest passes right to the ground. That was fast. All right, guys, right back on those reverse flies. Here we go. Pinching those shoulder blades, controlling the weight in both directions. Remember, the objective is to get that chest down so your upper body is parallel with the ground. If you're having difficulty getting there or maintaining that posture, consider lighter weight. Consider taking a break, working in chunks of 5 reps. And 15, guys. We've got our med ball slams. Yeah. Annie's ears are staying on. Can't believe it. Okay, here we go, guys. 15 slams. Remember to extend back into your hips every time you slam that ball. Your weight should stay back in those heels, mid-foot heel. All right, down to the ground, we've got our chest fly. So remember to keep a bend in those elbows. Make sure that you can see the weights the whole time in your peripheral. That should help you keep them up off the ground, keep you in a better, safer range of motion for your shoulders and chest. 15 reps here. Remember, total body. So we're bracing our core into the bench or the mat or the floor, whatever you're using. You are grounding yourself through your feet. You're squeezing your glutes. You're tucking your chin to your chest. Making a chest fly more of a total body exercise. 2 more here. 1 and 2. Good. We've got our chest passes here, 15 of them. Last of this round. Ready? Here we go, 15. Good work. So we'll give you a little bit of break here because we've got the same heart rate set, except good news, bad news here. So we're gonna do 3 rounds instead of 2 rounds, but it's the last of these. So starts with your squat to squat jump, goes to your skills climbers. How you girls feel?
Awesome.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Squat to squat jump, guys. Here we go. So work at your own pace. Remember to push all the way up through those feet, through those hips on both the squat and the jump. Well, I'm behind them, so if you're with me, that's good. If you're with them, good for you too. You're onto those skills mountain climbers. 20 total. So remember, it's 3 rounds of this. Whoop. Just finding something to do while they crank out past me. All right, squat to squat jump, round 2, 3 total. Here we go. Things might be catching up. Heart rate might be harder to settle down, but try to focus on your breathing. Now I'm catching them, guys. Back onto those skills climbers. 20 total, every knee counts, core is tight. Prevent any extra moving, keep that head still. Here they go. Annie's happy, this is her favorite, heart rate and cardio. Jane is like, I shouldn't have showed up today. All right, guys, squat to squat jump, last set, the whole workout, there's no more of these. And stay positive here, try and control that breathing. Enjoy the challenge, because after the challenge comes the satisfaction of it being done. Yeah, just think, you have no more squat jumps.
Love it.
All right, so enjoy the break, enjoy the rest. 1 set left, all right? We're gonna get back into our legs a little bit, but we're gonna hit our arms with it. So we've got legs and shoulders coming up here. You are actually not gonna need a mat. So if you would like to, move it out of the way to give yourself a little bit more room to work with, like we're going to. Feel free to. You're gonna wanna grab your dumbbells again. 4 exercises, like all the other sets. We'll be working squat to press overhead, 2 dumbbells or 1 if that's what you have, or you want to use 1 heavy one, that's fine too. Reverse lunge to a twist. We're going to hold that weight close to your chest. Doesn't need to be super far away. You're going to twist over the forward leg. Then we're going to go with a sumo squat with our 2 weights, sumo wide, and we're going to go into a front raise, palms facing down. And then the last one will be a curtsy squat. So just meaning our feet never leave the ground, palms facing down, raising to the outside. 2 rounds, and you're out the door. Okay, so everything's in sets of 10, reps of 10 here. So normal squat to press. Here we go. So remember that we're sitting into our heels. We're keeping that weight right at our chest, adding a little bit of challenge to the core. Really feeling our glutes from the first set. All right, reverse lunge and twist. So if you've had 2 weights or 1 heavy one, get a lighter one or drop one. Reverse lunge, twist over that front leg, step back in. We're gonna stay on that same leg and just work through the reps one by one. Make sure that you're sitting into that heel in the front foot, helping yourselves activate that glute and hamstring here. Make sure that as you twist, your knee is not moving around, coming in and out. We want to avoid that. Lots of stability. And that's coming from your glutes. It's coming from your hips. We're switching legs. So now we're twisting the opposite direction. Oh, hey, Annie. So remember the same thing applies on this side, right? So we're really grounding ourselves in our heel. We're pulling ourselves up off the ground by driving through that heel, squeezing our glutes in at the top. Last one and break. Good. So you have a sumo squat to front raise. Again, you can use 1 or 2 weights. We've got 10 reps here. Palms are gonna face down at the ground, okay? Here we go. Sumo squat, front raise. Remember, control those weights in both directions. Drive your knees out in the direction of your toes. Squeeze everything nice and tight, glutes, core, as you raise those weights up. Ten reps total. Last one. And you are done. All right, curtsy with a side raise. So you're gonna get into that curtsy stance, that back foot slightly outside. So we're loading that front hip. We're gonna go down as we come up, bring those arms up, palms continue to face at the floor as you raise them up. We're gonna do 10 on each side. Keep that chest nice and upright. Drive through that front heel. Woo. All right, 30-second break coming, guys. Here we go. Same thing. Driving through the front heel, bringing your arms up parallel to the ground. Palms stay facing the ground the whole time. Driving through, loading that glute of our front leg. Hooray. Take a break. 30 seconds here, guys. One more time through, and you've made it. And the day is over. The workout day is over. So whatever you got left, put it out now. If you want to grab 2 weights versus 1, you want something heavier, whatever you've got left, leave it on the sweaty floor. Do it. All right, here we go, guys. Squat to press. Remember to really push through, reaching those arms up to the sky. If that's difficult or uncomfortable for you guys, make a shameless plug here. We did a whole bunch of mobility exercises on our Instagram. They're also being moved over to our blog, so take a look at them. There might be something in there that can help you feel better. All right, sumo squat. Nope, I lied. Reverse lunge and twist. Here we go, guys. Stepping back, twisting over that front leg, pulling yourself out of the bottom from your front leg. Nice tight core. Make sure that you keep your chest upright, shoulders set back, core engaged for balance. Switching sides, guys. Try not to throw that weight. Keep it right in front of your chest so you have a good idea of how far you are actually rotating. Remember, those hips stay forward. We're trying to create a rotation through our belly button, basically, turning our thoracic spine. Okay. Now sumo squats or front raise. So remember, palms are facing down. Knees go in the direction of our toes. 10 of these, guys. Here we go. Remember, our weights only need to come to shoulder height, parallel with the ground. Keep that chest nice and upright. Push those hips back behind you. Load your heels. Have some fun. All right, guys. Vampire capes.
Yeah.
Vampire capes. Jane's a little tired, I guess. Get in that curtsy lunge position, guys. Front raise goes up. Front raise goes up as you come up. Here we go. Palms stay at the floor. Core is nice and tight. Chest is upright. Really loading the glute of that front leg. The Wicked Witch is a little tired. We all are a little tired. The devil has lost her horns. You guys ready?
You're a good devil now?
I guess so. Here we go. I wonder if they can even hear that. Jane asked if I'm a good devil now. Sure am. Remember that front glute's working pretty hard here. Woo.
Yay!
All right, guys, that's it. It's the last workout for Sweaty and Spooky.
You did it.
Put our fun little headbands back on. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming along. Remember that there's one more workout in the Sweaty and Spooky on Saturday, right?
Correct.
All right, so check that out. Make sure you get your last one in. Hard to believe that October is going to be over, which then brings November and December. Yeah. And the happiest person in the world is Annie. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and joining us, and we hope to see you on a video soon. Bye, guys.